Good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss about microbes as a biocontrol agents. What we are discussing? Microbes as biocontrol agents. So you know very well microorganisms are not only useful for the alcohol preparation, not only useful for the microbial electricity production and biogas production, and also what you call sewage water treatment and chemical uses like that. Not only those, even microbes are useful for the biocontrol agents. Microbes as biocontrol agents and biofertilizers means microbes only controls the pathogens. Microbes kills the harmful microbes. So that is why microbes as biocontrol agents and microbes useful as the biofertilizers. So this also we are going to discuss. Okay. So now generally if any insects are there, pests are there, generally what we will use? We will use chemicals or pests to kill the insects or pests. What you call chemical insecticides and pesticides. What will happen if you too much chemical insecticides and pesticides if you use, that will affect which one? Health of human beings and pollute our environment. We will get the so many diseases, so many problems and pollute our environment, right? So that will be very dangerous effect. So that will affects these chemical insecticides and pesticides will give dangerous effects on the human health and human beings. So and also causes pollute our environment. So we want to control this. So how to control this all the things? So biocontrol is a method of controlling. Biocontrol method is a controlling of pest. How? By using fungus, bacteria, viruses. So microbes which are very useful to control the pests. Some fungus kills the other fungus. Some bacteria kills the other bacteria. Some virus kills the other what you call insects and pests. So they are naturally occurring. They won't cause any pollution. They won't cause any effect to the harmful effect to the human beings. They are naturally occurring. So naturally occurring substances also very useful. This natural fungi, bacteria, virus, not only this, some natural occurring substances derived from the plants and animals also controls and acts as a fertilizers. Now today we are discussing about which one? Biopesticides controls the biopesticides where will be controls which one? Insect pests. Biopesticides controls the insect pests. That's why it is called biopesticides. So biopesticides examples, what are those? Number one, ladybird beetle, dragonflies. Remember this name again. I'm repeating, very important need bits. What are these bits? Need bits. Here I'm writing need bits. So ladybird, beetles, and dragonflies. Ladybird, beetle, and dragonflies. They will be controls the which one? Ladybird, beetle, and dragonflies controls which one? The aphids. Useful to controls which one? Aphids and mosquito larvae respectively. Once again the neat bit I am telling to you. What is the neat bit here? Ladybird, beetle, and dragonflies. They are very useful for the farmers. Why? Because they can controls the aphids and mosquito larvae. Okay, aphids and mosquito larvae. Which one? Ladybird, beetle, and dragonfly. See, the useful microorganisms kills the harmful insects. So that is good only now, without causing any harm, without causing pollution, without causing any disease to humans. They are controlling the pests. So one is the first one is ladybird, beetle, dragonflies. They are very useful to control the what you call aphids and mosquito larvae insects. So bio insecticides. Next, this is the most important one you have to remember. This is a compulsory need bit. Every year they are asking about this bacteria. So that is Bacillus thuringiensis. What is that one? Bacillus thuringiensis. It's a crystal protein. The Bacillus thuringiensis is a dwelling bacterium which is commonly used as a biopesticide and contain toxin called crytoxin. Very important. Listen carefully. Bacillus thuringiensis is a what we called soil dwelling bacterium. In the soil, this bacteria is present, And what it have crystal proteins they have. So this is a very important crystal proteins they have. This Bacillus thuringiensis contains a toxin called cryotoxin. What is the toxin name? The Bacillus thuringiensis have the toxin. The toxin name is cryotoxin. So this cryotoxin introduced this toxin producing genes into plants have raised genetically engineered in resistant plants. For example, I'm telling Bacillus thuringiensis, right? BT cotton. What I'm telling BT cotton. So Bacillus thuringiensis will take the cry genes from this and introduce into the cotton plant. Then cotton plant will get resistance against to the which one? The pests. So that's why biopesticide Bacillus thuringiensis cry genes BT cotton. So by genetic engineering RDNA technology we will use. And another important one, sporulation. During sporulation Bacillus thuringiensis produced by, so Bacillus thuringiensis produced by one toxin by during sporulation, that is called delta endotoxin, that is encoded by that endotoxin encoded by which one? Very important one, cry genes. So this endotoxin, delta endotoxin against insects will act against insects order Lepidoptera, Dioptera, Coleoptera orders. So Lepidoptera, Dioptera, Coleoptera, Hymenoptera order insects, they will die because of this delta endotoxin of the Bacillus thuringiensis. What will happen? First, then the insect, this Lepidopterans, Diopterans take the toxin. Which toxin? The delta endotoxin. Then that will enter into the alkaline digestive tract. So in the alkaline digestive tract, what will happen? This insoluble crystal toxin will convert into soluble. Finish. When it is soluble, it paralyzes the digestive tract. So alkaline medium is favorable for the insoluble toxin convert into what is called useful toxin, okay, or soluble toxin. Then paralyzes the digestive tract. Okay. Then insects stop eating. So digestive tract completely damaged, right? Because of that swelling and gut will be burst or break or wounds will be formed or pores will be formed. Then what happen? Automatically insects stop eating and starves to death. So insects stop eating and starves to death. Next important thing is weedicides. Next, we are going to discuss about weedicides are substance which destroys the weeds without causing any harm to useful plants. Weedicides destroys the weeds without harming the useful plants. So here weedicides. What are the weedicides? Mainly useful microbes. What are those weedicides? Number one, fungi. What you call some we are getting derivative from which one? Weedicides from where? Fungus, bacteria, and protozoa. So first bioherbicide. Okay. So the weedicides means what? They kills the weeds. Weeds means what? Unwanted, what you called plants which disturbs the normal crop plants. So here what I am telling is the mycoherbicide. First bioherbicide is 1981 herbs. Herbicide not that kills the herbs. The first bioherbicide developed in 1981 was mycoherbicide. Mycoherbicide fungus. From fungus they first developed. What is that fungus name? Phytophthora palmivora. What is called? Phytophthora palmivora. So it controls the growth of strangler vine. It controls the growth of which one? Strangler vine in citrus crops. So herbicide strangler vine is a herb that is controlled in the which one is growing and disturbing normal citrus crops, that is controlled by this which one? Phytophthora palmivora fungus. From that they produce the mycoherbicide that is very useful to control the strangler vine in citrus crops. Next, another important one, trichoderma. Trichoderma, which also fungus controls the very important some plant pathogens. So trichoderma is a free living fungi that are very common in the root ecosystems. Where trichoderma present generally? Roots ecosystem they will be present. What they will do? They controls the plant pathogens. Okay children, that is the most important point to remember. Next, buclovirus also attacks the insects and arthropods. Even nucleopolyhedrovirus also very important. Nucleopolyhedrovirus also kills the insects. Okay, nucleopolyhedrovirus also used as a biocontrol agent. This virus specific and narrow spectrum insecticides. So these are also narrow spectrum, not bad spectrum. These are controls the insecticides or insects. So that's why they are called narrow spectrum insecticides, nucleopolyhedrovirus. Okay, children, like that, there are so many what you call biological control methods are there which are very useful for the farmers. Okay, what we discuss, once listen carefully and observe carefully. We are discussing about microbes as biocontrol agents and a biofertilizer. So microbes only kills the harmful microbes. That's why biocontrol agents. And a biofertilizers without using chemical fertilizers. Biofertilizers, which one? Some substances of plants and animals acts as a fertilizer for growth of plants without causing harm to human health and pollution. So now we are discussing first what are the problems of chemical insecticides and pesticides. So if you use chemical insecticides and pesticides indiscriminately, that will affect the health of the human, means it cause damage to health of human beings and pollute our environment. So what we have to do, immediately we have to stop the chemical insecticides and pesticides. Then what next, what we have to do, then immediately what we have to do is we have to biocontrol method. Biocontrol means some microorganisms only kills the other microorganisms, harmful microorganisms, without causing any damage, without causing any disturbance, like that. Okay, so fungi, bacteria, viruses, okay, these all are very useful. And also some natural occurring substances derived from the plants and animals acts as a biofertilizers. These are also biopesticides, bioinsecticides, like that. Some useful fungi, bacteria, viruses acts as a biocontrolling biopesticides, bioinsecticides. So the substances derived from plants and animals are called biofertilizers. Okay. Now first we'll discuss about the biopesticide. So biopesticide control the insect pests. Biopesticides controls which one? Insect pests. So very important. Here I am telling some of the biopesticides mainly controls insects are ladybird beetle, dragonflies. So flies, beetle. So these are very useful. Why? They controls the which one? Ladybird, beetle, dragonflies controls the aphids and mosquito larvae. Mosquito larvae. Next, another important one, Bacillus thuringiensis. What do you call that is? Bacillus thuringiensis. It is the dwelling bacteria, soil dwelling bacteria. So that is present in the soil, right? So it is commonly used as a biopesticide. So in the genetic engineering technology, that BT cryogens are there. These cryogens introduced into the cotton plant. Then the cotton plant get resistant against to the harmful insects. So that is possible by that kind of cotton which is produced by inserting BT gene and developing resistance against to the insects in the sense, or harmful insects in the sense, that is called BT cotton. So here by RDNA technology we can produce the Bacillus thuringiensis cotton, BT brinjal, BT cotton, okay, like that there will be there. So now in the Bacillus thuringiensis, crystal proteins, cry genes are there. Cry proteins are very important to kill the which one? The germs. Okay, crystal toxins are there. Crystal toxins are there. Very important for what you call to control the pests. Right now, during sporulation, I'm telling about the when the Bacillus thuringiensis in the sporulation form, they have one kind of endotoxin is there. Crystal proteins and endotoxin. What you call delta endotoxin. So produce a crystal proteins during sporulation. This Bacillus thuringiensis produce the delta endotoxin and crystal proteins encoded by crygenes. Okay. So this delta endotoxin acts against to the insects order Lepidopterans, Dioptera, Coleoptera, Hymenoptera order insects. So many insects are there. So what this how this one way, this endotoxin, delta endotoxin is only active in the alkaline, so not active in the acidic environment. Our system is acidic. Ours is acidic system. So for us no problem. Why? Because that will not be insoluble only. But alkaline conditions, when this enter into the insect tract, so digestive tract, these insoluble crystals, what will happen? They will be converted into endotoxins, delta endotoxins. What will happen? So go to soluble, then soluble to, then they will be act and they will makes the paralyzes the digestive tract, makes the pores and paralyzes or disturbs the digestive tract of insects. Then insects, what will happen? Insects stop eating and starves to death. So automatically that harmful insects will be get death. And also weedicides. We have weedicides are substances which destroys the weeds without harming the useful plants. Weedicides means which destroys the weeds without harming useful plants. So bioweedicides we are preparing from which one? Fungus, bacteria and protozoa. First bioherbicide, okay. Which one? Side means control, killing, okay. In 1981, that is called prepared, that is mycoherbicide. So the fungus name is from which fungus? Phytophthora palmivora. Phytophthora palmivora. It controls the growth of strangler vine in citrus crop. Strangler vine in citrus crop. Trichoderma controls the plant pathogens. Trichoderma species is a fungal species which are located in the root ecosystem. They are effective. What you called? They are effective and controls the plant pathogens. Baculovirus attacks the insects and arthropods and nucleo. What you called? Very important. Baculovirus attacks the insects and arthropods. Nucleopolyhedrovirus. Remember these all the bits. Nucleopolyhedrovirus. What they will do? They controls the insecticides or they controls the narrow spectrum insects. That's why they are called narrow spectrum insecticides. Nucleopolyhedrovirus have the capacity to control the insects. So narrow spectrum insecticide, best example, nucleopolyhedrovirus. So what are the neat bits in this concept? Ladybird beetle, dragonflies, they kills the aphids and mosquito larvae. Bacillus thuringiensis, that delta endotoxin of Bacillus thuringiensis and cryproteins kills the which one? Lepidoptera, Dioptera, Coleoptera, Hymenoptera, order insects of arthropoda. Next, what is the another one? The mycoherbicide 1981 fungus from fungus Phytophthora palmifera and also Trichoderma controls the plant pathogens and baculovirus attacks insects and arthropods and nucleopolyhedrovirus as a insecticide. Okay, these all are the neat bits for which one in this concept. Okay, children. Okay, children, another topic, biofertilizers we are discussing. The living microorganisms. Fertilizers means what? Which is enhances the growth of plants, right? Which enhances the growth of plants, especially develop the productivity in the crops. Okay. Biofertilizers are very useful for the production of crop more productivity. Biofertilizers we are getting from which one? From living microorganisms we are getting fertilizers. So they enrich the nutrient quality of the soil, they increase the physico-chemical properties of soil, and also the biofertilizer is helpful for the soil structure, texture, water holding capacity, cation exchange capacity, and pH by providing several nutrients and sufficient organic matter. So what are the living microorganisms? Which one? Especially bacteria, fungi, cyanobacteria. Living microorganisms, what they will do? Enrich the nutrient quality of the soil and increase the physico-chemical properties of soil. Increases the physico-chemical properties of soil. Soil structure, texture, water holding capacity, cation exchange capacity, and pH by providing several nutrients and sufficient organic matter to the crops. Who is giving these biofertilizers? Examples are bacteria, fungi, and cyanobacteria. Now, rhizobium, the best example biofertilizer, we are studying from our child what called 8th 9th classes, rhizobium bacteria. So the rhizobium bacteria is a very important bacteria. So it is symbiotic nitrogen fixing bacteria. What is the meaning of symbiotic nitrogen fixing bacteria? Means which is in the present in the root nodules of the leguminous plants and help to the plant for giving nitrogen. So that bacteria provides nitrogen to the that plant, and plant provide the shelter to that bacteria. Both will get mutual benefit. That's why it is called, what you call this is called symbiotic nitrogen fixing bacteria. It is called symbiotic nitrogen fixing bacteria. So where this rhizobium present? Root nodules of leguminous plants. Next, fix the atmospheric nitrogen into organic forms. Okay, like that. Some more I am telling. Azospirillum, azotobacter. Azospirillum and azotobacter are free living bacteria that fix atmospheric nitrogen and enrich the nitrogen content of the soil. Free living. This is a neat bit. What are the free living nitrogen fixing bacteria? So azospirillum, what you call azospirillum and azotobacter are free living bacteria that fix the atmospheric nitrogen and enrich the nitrogen content of the soil. Next one, another important one, you know very well, mycorrhizae. Mycorrhizae, the fungus, root of plants, fungus, root of plants, mycorrhizae, fungus, root of plants, mycorrhizae, what you called, this fungus plus root of plants togetherly produce which one? Mycorrhizae absorbs the phosphorus, especially this fungus absorbs the phosphorus and gives to the plant. So fungus, one fungus, which fungus genus, that is glomus fungus. So root of plants, glomus fungus, root of plants togetherly produce an association that is called mycorrhizae. So mycorrhizae especially live in the root, this fungus live in the roots of plant, and root of plant provides the food and shelter to fungus. Fungus absorbs the phosphorus and gives to the plants. Fungus absorbs the phosphorus and gives to the plants. And also the root system to get the resistance to root-borne pathogens, tolerance to salinity, drought, and plant growth. So the root of the plants, roots of the plants also will get some benefits. What? Resistance to root-borne pathogens, tolerance to salinity, drought, and plant growth also helpful for the plant growth also. So next, glomus genus fungus only forms the mycorrhiza. Very important bit. Which genus fungus? What is that one? Glomus genus fungus. Glomus genus fungus only, important need bit. Okay, glomus genus fungus only helpful for the formation of which one? Mycorrhizae. Next, cyanobacteria. Prokaryotes. Cyanobacteria means you know very well. Prokaryotic blue-green algae, free living, fixing, helpful for the fixation of nitrogen. Nitrogen useful for what? Growth of the plants. You know, amino acids because of nitrogen, ammonia only. So free living. The cyanobacteria or blue-green algae fix the atmospheric nitrogen. Some more examples of some bacteria, blue-green algae, what you call cyanobacteria, Oscillatoria, Nostoc, Anabina, Tolipothrix. Okay, Tolipothrix, Oscillatoria, Nostoc, Anabina, Tolipothrix. These all are some of the nitrogen fixing bacteria. Okay, once again I am telling to you, living microorganisms only enrich the nutrient quality of the soil, increases the physico-chemical properties of soil, soil texture, soil structure, water holding capacity, cation exchange capacity, and pH by providing several nutrients and sufficient organic matter. Okay, what are those living microorganisms? Examples: bacteria, fungi, cyanobacteria. These are only nothing but biofertilizers. So best example I am useful fertilizer, rhizobium. It's a classical example for biofertilizer. So symbiotic nitrogen fixing bacteria. It is symbiotic means both will be, which are living, getting shelter, and which is providing what you call living in that particular shelter, both will get benefit. For example, rhizobium live in the root nodules of leguminous plants. Rhizobium provides the nitrogen, the leguminous plants provides the, what you call, leguminous plants provides the which one? Most important thing is shelter to the rhizobium bacteria. So symbiotic nitrogen fixing bacteria. So it fixes the atmospheric nitrogen into organic forms. Very important. So azospirillum, azotobacter are free living bacteria that fix the atmospheric nitrogen and enrich the nitrogen content of the soil. And also mycorrhizae, fungus plus roots of plants. Fungus plus roots of plants togetherly forms the mycorrhizae, absorbs the phosphorus, and plants resistance to root-borne pathogens, tolerance to salinity, drought, plant growth, all the things will be very, very useful and very important for which one? The plants. Okay, so fungus providing phosphorus, and also because of this association, plants will resistance to plants resistance to root-borne pathogens, gain resistance to against to root-borne pathogens, and tolerance to high salt concentration, drought, and also this association helpful for the plant growth. And which kind of fungus, which genus fungus mainly helpful for the mycorrhizae? Domus genus fungus from the mycorrhizae. And some more cyanobacteria, what do you call some more cyanobacteria, blue-green algae, it's a free-living fixing nitrogen. Okay, oscillatoria, some more blue-green algae is a prokaryotes, right? It's a free-living fixed atmospheric nitrogen. And some more examples of nitrogen fixers are nitrogen fixing bacteria are oscillatoria, nostoc, anabina, tolipothrix are the some of the examples of which one? Nitrogen fixing bacteria. Some of the examples of nitrogen fixing bacteria. Okay, children.